G'day and welcome to Aussievision. I'm Dale.
And I'm Mike.
And today we are looking at the Aussievision team's predictions for semi-final number one.
Yes, the Bloodbath semi-final, but somehow the team seem to probably have a clearer picture about this than they probably do.
Probably the first 8 or 9, but then when it gets down to the last couple, it gets a bit tight there. But look, let's start straight off with the big hitters that the team are very confident are going to get through. 16 of us voted and put our top 10 qualifiers in, and these 4 songs all had 100% of us saying they're going to get through.
Yeah, let's kick it off with Cyprus. Really good package coming out of Cyprus. It should have the tele vote. It should very much have jury vote as well in there as well, so we can't see this one falling in the semi-final.
Yeah, wonderful rehearsals. Another great banging entry from Cyprus there through. So, Malta is the other one we have in there. Favourite going into the contest. Destiny has got a great vocal. The staging's really coming together here, and there's no problem of Malta getting through, I believe.
Yeah, not a problem whatsoever. The next one we want to talk about is Russia. Probably had this one on the cusp going in. Now that we're seeing the visuals come out of Rotterdam, seems to have jumped up quite a bit. The team have it of 100%, but you have some doubts maybe.
Oh, I mean, I put it in. It's in my top 3 of personal favourites, but it's the one of these major ones we've got up here that just has, I've got a question mark. It's an interesting style. We don't know how everyone's going to take it. I really hope they put it through. I believe it will, but I don't think it's as this top level of the top 4 100% as the team's making out. I think it's a little bit borderline plus.
Okay, fair enough. And the last one is Ukraine, go A. That's made a big splash since hitting the ground in Rotterdam. Everything looks good with the lead singer now, so we won't have any COVID issues there by the look of things.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Can't see this one dropping at the semi-final stage.
Nah, staging looks amazing. It did win the press poll for the semi-final. They've got a really engaging style, and I think it will have appeal, even though it's Ukrainian folk EDM. It'll get through.
Very Eurovision, but in a good way.
Yes. Okay, what about, let's go on to the next one, which is 15 out of 16. So only one person dropped this out, which is surprising. It's Lithuania. I think this is a definite song going through. There's no concerns from my end here. They've done a great performance, haven't they, Michael?
Totally. Even though it's opening the show, this has the impact. It should very much sail through. I'm interested to see how the juries vote on this one. Might give us an idea of what their final result may be come Saturday night.
Yeah, but we won't get to find out, will we? They either just get through or they don't. All right, well, let's go down to the next group, which is 13 out of 16, and we have 3 songs here. Let's talk about the first one. It's Sweden, which surprisingly, there's 3 people who don't believe it'll go through. I mean, I think this one's through in a canter. Do you know why they might be worried?
I'm not sure with this one. I think this has got, well, first of all, it should be towards the top of the jury vote. And, we know that there is some maybe tally vote problems for Sweden in recent years, but still, this one should be sailing through. Absolutely.
It's a great commercial package overall. He's really engaging. Even if there are a few issues people brought up with the staging, they'll fix that up. And even if that happens, it's just too good to miss out. Sweden are going through. I have no doubt about it.
Absolutely none. The next one, also with 13, is Norway. Tix, Fallen Angel. Well, I'm a big fan of this one. I don't know. I can see it going through. I think the staging has brought it to another level, and he seems to be really engaging on the ground at the moment. A lot of talk about Tix, so yeah, I can't see this one probably falling at the semi-final.
They've done a great job of bringing a really professional version of what they have at MGP, a professional version of a man in wings and a fur coat, but it does look really good on stage, where it could have come across as a novelty, and people will still treat it like that, but it's expensive novelty in a way. With a really lovely song. It's in our top 3. It's your winner, my third. So look, we hope it gets through, and I think it will get through comfortably.
Yeah, and the other one with 13 is Israel. So Erden, she's popping out from the female banger list. 13 of the team putting her through. What do you think of this one?
Well, look, I did put it through, but it was like my 9th or 10th, and I feel like a lot of people might put it at their 9th or 10th. So up here in the 13, 16, I'm a little bit surprised, but she does have a really good package. She hits that whistle note, that really high note, great. I do have question marks. She just slid in there for me. I can certainly see this not making it, but I can certainly see it making it. So they're sitting on the fence for you.
Yeah, can't say I'm a massive fan of the staging. It does what it does, I guess. But she has got some jury appeal there with those notes, and she's a performer.
She's great.
Comes through that camera really, really well. So she's definitely in the running.
They've given themselves a chance, haven't they? All right, we'll go to the next one here. So this is 11 out of 16. So we're starting to drop, but we're still in the majority comfortably. It is Australia! Hey, what a surprise. Aussievision has put Australia through. But I think we did get very excited after seeing the live on tape. It looked good. She sounded good. She looked amazing. It felt like it wasn't going to be sticking out like a sore thumb in the show, did it?
Yeah, it doesn't seem as jarring as far as the presentations go. Obviously, everyone else is on this massive stage in Rotterdam, but it seems like they've kept it very dark, and that should, keep it mysterious as to where she's performing, kind of.
Exactly. She could have just been performing on stage in a little dark part of it. So I think they've done a good job of it, and 11 out of the 16 of the team have put it through, which has risen from before rehearsals, which is 8 of the 16, so that's great.
So that's 9 that the team have pretty much popped through.
Yeah.
So that leaves us battling for one spot. Now, half the team, 8 out of 16, voted for the next one, and it's 2 actually. So we have Azerbaijan and Ireland. We'll talk about Azerbaijan first. I'm personally pretty confident this one's going to get through. It did have a bit of a lackluster first rehearsal, but it looks like they've really started to pump it up a bit more. Who knows? We might even get some pyros in that last 30 seconds, and if we do, that's the deal clincher for me.
Well, there was pyros in the second rehearsal, so there will be some.
Yep.
And that was the difference for me. I voted before seeing that, and I was like, no, it's not through. I saw some fire, and look, I'm just basic, and I was won over, and I was like, there's fire, it's in. But I do think that makes a difference, because the ending is so powerful part of this song, and it needed some impact, and they've got it, and I did swap my vote to put Azerbaijan in.
So the other one with 8 out of the 16 was Ireland. This one's had a few troubles in rehearsals, but you can see the package coming together now, and who knows, if they hit it on the night, this could do a lot better than just sneaking into the 10.
This is a really memorable staging, and Leslie Roy's a really lovable character, and you want her to get through. So if they nail the staging, we've seen in rehearsals when they get it right, oh, it looks good. When they don't, oh, it looks not great. So there's a very fine line of getting it right. So they get it right, I think they can get through. To me, it's still just too much of a risk, and that's why I left it out.
Yeah.
But I would love to see her get through, and she has every chance. Very 50-50 for me.
Yeah, now just underneath the 50%, 7 out of the 16 gave these next 2 songs their votes to get through, and they are Belgium and Croatia, 2 very, very different songs.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Belgium first. That's caught the eye, hasn't it?
Yeah, look, it's a very interesting staging. Like, it's very different than any other song in there. It's very dark, it's a bit mysterious. There's movement with this very sort of slow and I would say dull song, but they've staged it really well, and she is really engaging as a lead singer. It stands out, and you know what? The juries might go, you know what? Love it, and people might at home go, this is different than everything else. I'm going to give this a vote. So it certainly has a chance. I just left it out as well, but it was the one I swapped out for Azerbaijan.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not so much on the Belgium train on this one. I don't like the song. I think it is in the wrong place. I guess it's about that jury score, if it's got enough to really underpin a qualification. If it doesn't, I'm sorry. I don't think the tally vote is coming for this one.
The other one with 7 out of 16 is Croatia, and it's one that our team and ourselves have been a bit cool on since the rehearsals. Unlike a lot of other people, there's just something not quite working here. The song is fantastic, she's great. The costumes though, not wonderful. The staging at times can be a little bit just not really coming together completely, and there's a couple of notes she's not nailing. If all of those do improve, she can certainly get through. The song alone is good enough to get through.
Yeah, we've seen from the rehearsals, the bare bones are there, really, aren't they? It should all come together. There's some excellent choreography, and I have to say, her and the dancers are fantastic. It's just about, does it all come together? For me, it looks a little bit cheap, and I'm not sure the juries are going to come for this one, perhaps as they might for perhaps in Israel, for example.
Fair enough. Croatians, send your hate mail to Michael. All right, well, that was the 8 and the 7. So out of that, Azerbaijan, Ireland, Belgium, Croatia, we're kind of saying for us personally, Azerbaijan's the one that gets our vote.
Definitely.
But it could be any of those. Now, the next one is a big drop. So only one of the team voted for this. Going into rehearsals, the team had this about 13 out of 16. It is Romania, and has dropped down to one solo person. Who is going for it? It's this guy.
Me.
Why is Romania going to get in? Because people are getting off like this song. They do not believe it's going to qualify.
Look, it's had a tough time in rehearsals. We've all seen that. Has it come together perhaps as compellingly as the Romanians would have liked? Maybe not. Look, there is weakness in the staging there and in the performance, but I still believe in this song. I believe this song is going to get some jury votes, particularly if she can get that vocal right. And it's so different. It's so modern. I still believe this can get through.
The song is there. She is a little star. She just needs to grow that confidence and to smash it out. and hopefully this independent theatre project kind of thing comes together a bit better on the night. But look, we saw in Belgium for 2017, Blanche was frozen for the week and nailed it on the grand final.
Yeah.
Snuck through that semi-final. So look, Romania could grow as the week goes on, but they're running out of time very quickly.
Now, there was only 2 songs that didn't get a vote from the team. Let's have a quick chat about those ones. Slovenia and North Macedonia. Slovenia.
Well, look, great artist, singing it really well. There's some really great LED use at sometimes, but there's often times where she's kind of walking around the stage and it's a bit empty, and ultimately the song's just not strong enough.
Yeah, I'm a bit baffled by the staging. It doesn't really give a narrative to the song whatsoever.
It looks good.
Yeah, she's an excellent vocalist, but I don't know if being an excellent vocalist is going to save this one.
Not anymore. You've got to be better than that these days. The other one is North Macedonia, which I personally think is a great little package altogether, but again, it's a bit musical theatre, and maybe the genre is just not going to cut it at Eurovision.
Yeah, I think he's going to come across well on the camera from what we've seen, and that could get some televote if people can connect with Vasil. The song's not bad, and he actually sings it very, very well. But is there enough vote in televote and jury to actually get it into the 10? Well, none of the teams seem to think so on this one.
Yeah, you have to agree. Even though I think it might beat a few home in the end, I can't see a path to qualification, unfortunately. So it's a shame. Vasil seems like such a great character, and he's overcome a lot to get here. We wish him all the best, and I think he's living his best life on stage, but I don't think it's going to be further than Wednesday morning in Australia.
Yeah, I agree with that.
All right, well, that's it for the predictions from semi-final number 1. We will be talking about semi-final 2 very shortly, so make sure you subscribe, and we'll speak to you soon.
Thanks for joining us, guys.
See you later.